All right, everybody, welcome back to art therapy session number 3. Today, what we are going to be doing is creating an emotional landscape. And while we do this, we're going to be focusing on our breathing while we create the lines of the landscape. And then we're going to be focusing on our own emotions as we color in the landscape. So the first thing you want to do is, of course, clear your mind and take a nice deep breath. It's best if you count in through 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then exhale for 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Do a couple of those practice ones, and then you can take pencil to paper, and you can, again, as you breathe, count through 5 and then let it out after you're done drawing the line. Now, I put a square of washi tape on this. You do not need the washi tape for this. The materials I will be using are watercolors, but you can use anything really that you have for color. I just wanted to change up my medium today. So the first thing I'm going to do is start at the very bottom here and take a deep breath in. And then as soon as I get to the end, I exhale. Now what I'd like to do is just kind of let my hand kind of naturally flow through it. And if this is actually better if you have a little bit of a shaky hand, because then you get natural looking mountains. And go again. And again. And again. Switching sides is a good idea. I'm going to do 5. I think it always looks better with an odd number. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, so once I have those 5 layers, I'm now just going to put a circle in the sky to represent my sun, and I can start painting. Okay, so for painting, we are going to be painting this in, and I want you to think of the top of the mountains as being your best parts of your day, and what colors and what do you feel, what colors do you see when you think of the best parts of your day, and think of that as something that you're going towards, because it's the furthest part away. It's the area that you're moving towards and where your eye is going. And then the bottom here should be kind of where you reflect on maybe the parts of your day that weren't so great. And so we're still going to be sticking with some of the principles of design and aerial perspective, where things that are closer to you will be darker and things further away from you will be lighter. So you can do that by adding white, by using lighter colors. Either way, I'm going to start by thinking about maybe the not so great parts of my day, and I'm going to just assign a color to it. And part of this is I actually go to the part of my paint palette that ends up kind of collecting the paint that maybe I don't want to use. And this just kind of feels like, you know, what my day can sometimes feel like. Just not so awesome. So what I'm going to do is just start with that and go right in. And something that you may realize is even the darkest colors, or maybe even like the worst part of your day, when you think about it in reflection, as it kind of comes together through your whole day, you can notice it's starting to actually have some beauty to it. This navy blue I really like, even though it was a complete accident and I'm not as crazy about it. Now I'm going to go to the next one, and I mixed this color a little while ago too, and it's a little bit lighter. And I'm kind of thinking about how I had to clean my house earlier. And so I'm going to add this color next. I'm going to add just a little bit more green to it because I want to have just a little bit more green in it. I'm going to put just a little bit of my original color in there, as if it's kind of getting diluted down. Now that I'm done with this, you might see that it bleeds into it, but they should be kind of similar shades, so it's okay if it's kind of starts to bleed into one another. And if you're using a medium that doesn't bleed, that also works. All right, now I'm starting to get into the part of my day that might be more neutral. So think then about the parts of your day that might be neutral, and what does it kind of look like? And again, I'm going to add just a little bit of the original color, that green, just kind of letting it bleed into the next one and diluting it with another color that I feel like might make it a little bit better. I don't want to use yellow yet. because I feel like yellow is for later. There, kind of a neutral color, earth tones, and I go into this part of my day. All right, once I'm done with that, now I'm getting to the better parts. This might be when I get to go drive to pick up my daughter, or get to go on a walk with my dog. And again, I'm gonna take a little bit of the color before to kind of create this. It's gonna be warmer, it's gonna be lighter. Mixed it with a little bit of blue, so it might be a little more orange than I'm wanting it to be. I'm gonna put more yellow in it to really lighten it up. Again, like I still have that original color a little bit in it, but of course it's lightening. All right, and then the last mountain piece that we're gonna do is going to be maybe the best part of my day. Whatever it is that I've been looking most forward to, I wanna kind of shake things up a little bit. I'm gonna add a little bit of pink to it, a little bit of purple, a little bit of white to really lighten it up, and go right in. It's gonna kind of not fit in with the rest of the colors. That's okay. Remember, this isn't necessarily your fine art landscape. This is more about what you're feeling with this. All right, now that I'm done with my layers, what I'm gonna do now is put in my sky. I'm just going to brush in the sky. And again, as you're doing your sky, one thing that you can do is just breathe with each brush stroke. And the last thing you can do before you do your sun is maybe add a little bit of different color up to the top to kind of give it a little bit of a gradient if you want just something extra for your landscape. And then of course your sun or moon or whatever you choose for it, I'm just gonna make it yellow. And then I have my landscape. Now, the last thing I can do is if I really want to, if I feel like there's something missing, I can go in and touch up. And as you're kind of touching up and really kind of thinking about your landscape, I want you to think about, as your landscape is done, it might be a mess, it might be beautiful, it might be like the colors might not match as well, but think about kind of the journey of how you got from one color to the other. Do you let the bad things rub off into your good things? Do you carry those colors throughout your entire piece? Because technically there's a little bit of this color all the way in here. And are the bad things actually something that you can learn from, that you can get better from? So I want you just to kind of reflect on your day and reflect on it and know that it's okay if you had a bad day. You do not have to pretend like it was a good day. It's okay to feel like you didn't do everything you should be doing. It's okay to feel like you didn't succeed. Sometimes we can't succeed every day. It's much better to admit when we've had a bad day and to just think about it as opposed to trying to have that toxic positivity. So I hope that you found this relaxing. I hope that it helped, and I hope you have a better rest of your day. Have a great day, everybody. Bye.